All right, so in order to do calculations involving pH, we'll need to use a combination of 6 different equations. So up here we've got 6 equations. I do suggest jotting them down, pausing the video, jot them down. On your assignment, which is on Haiku, you will see them at the top of the document. I don't know what order they are in, but either way you'll see these 6. Now again, you don't have to memorize these. Please don't. I have, because I got nothing else to do with my time, so I memorized them. But you'll see here that we see some logs, and we also see something called POH, and we see some brackets. Don't let any of this confuse you. It's okay. pH, you know. POH is just like the opposite of pH. Okay, so acids have a low pH and a high, acids have a low pH, bases have a high pH, but POH is the opposite. Okay, if you've seen Stranger Things, it's like the upside down. Okay, POH is high for acids and POH is low for bases. So don't let that confuse you. Okay, also there's a way to calculate POH if you just plug things into this equation. pH plus POH equals 14. There we go. Okay. We focus on pH, but if you have to solve for POHs, just do this, all right? You know, someone in third grade can do this, second grade. If your pH is 2, then your POH has to be 12. There you go, because 2 plus 12 is 14. Yay. So to calculate pH, you just take the negative log of what's called the H plus concentration. You'll see these brackets in here. The bracketed H plus and the bracketed OH minus, that's just the molarities. Molarity, remember that from a while ago? It's the concentration of the H plus or the OH minus in the solution. Okay, so if you were asked to find the H plus concentration or the solve for it, it's just the molarity of the H plus. Okay, so it's just an abbreviated way to show that. Okay. When using log functions, make sure you know how to do it. I'm going to show you how to do it on my fancy calculator because that's all I have with me. If you have any TI, it should be the same. If you have a certain scientific calculator, you have to figure out how yours works. I'm not there to do it for you, okay? Or if all else fails, use your Chromebook. I'm sure if you type in, what is the negative log of something, it will show you what it is. It's not going to lie. Over here, we have 3 more equations. To calculate the H plus concentration of something, again, like I said before, pH is based on the power of 10. So if you take the 10 and raise it to the negative pH, you don't multiply by negative pH. Don't. Raise it to the negative pH, you get the H plus molarity. Should be small. Okay, these are going to be small, H plus and OH minus. They're not looking at numbers in the double digits. You're looking for something very small, okay? Like a bunch of zeros in front. Or, if you want to find out the H plus or the OH minus, and that's all you have to work with, multiplying those together always gets you this number, 1 times 10 to the negative 14th. And yes, that's a negative 14. It's very small. So, again, in general, for most solutions or every solution, multiplying the H plus and the OH minus molarities together will always get you this number. Now, it's not always, it depends on temperature and other factors, but in general, H plus times OH minus always gets you this, which is pretty cool. So what I want to do is do one example of how to look through some of this math. We're going to do an example problem. I do suggest pausing the video, jotting down the example, and then working through it with me, and then you can work on your assignment. The assignment, everything's pretty much the same. It's just getting used to doing some of the calculations. So for my example, I've got here, I'm working with lemonade. So the H plus molarity, H plus concentration of lemonade is 0.0025 molar. We got to find 3 things. Number 1, what is the pH? Number 2, what is the POH? And then what is the molarity of the what is the OH minus concentration? Okay. So basically, to do these, we need to keep those equations next to you. Okay. Keep them next to you. You can use a combination of them if you don't want, at some point. But in the beginning, we can only use one of them. So right away, what is the pH of this lemonade? So look at our equations. We're looking for one that we can use to calculate pH. And immediately this first one comes into play. So pH is the negative log of the H plus. And we're given the H plus. It's right there. Okay. So all we're going to do is, in our calculator, we're going to type in, oops, I guess my marker is not that great, whatever. The negative log of 0.0025, and it's going to get us something. Just a second. All right, so we have negative log of 0.0025, and that'll get my pH. So I just want to show you on the calculator where you can find that log button in case you just haven't used it before. So my TI, here it is. Okay. Again, based on whatever your calculator is, you may have to do something differently. You may have to like look up online how to use it on your calculator. Again, I can't answer every question for every calculator on how to use each one. But I know on these guys, you literally just type in, don't type minus log. You're gonna get an error. You're gonna be upset. Type in negative log. There it is. I'm just going to type in 0.0025 and hit enter, and there we go. I get a pH of 2.6. Okay. I don't care about sig figs. That's fine. So the pH does make sense because lemonade, okay, it's an acid, so it should have an acidic pH, which it does. If you're getting a weird answer for this, like, oh, it's 0.03912, whatever, that doesn't make any sense because it's lemonade. You can drink it. So try to make sense of some of the answers you're getting if it should make sense. In this case, lemonade, so it should have an acidic pH, something between 2 and 3. I know in class we said lemons were like a 2. So lemonade, yeah, 2.6 looks good. Okay, so that's that one. Next, what is its pOH? Now again, a lot of people get upset and they get mad at pOH. Like, I don't get it. It's okay. It's the Stranger Things, the upside down of pH. There's two ways you can calculate it. You can take the negative log of the OH minus concentration, which we do not have, so don't do that one. Or you can do the easiest equation in chemistry. pH plus pOH equals 14. Oh, we already know pH. So there you go. Plug it in. You should get your pOH. So we're going to do like the easiest thing ever. We're going to do 2.6 plus pOH equals 14. So if we just subtract 2.6 on both sides. Please don't divide. Please don't. You'll get your pOH, which should be 11.4 if math hasn't changed in the last few weeks. And then, so your pOH is 11.4. That does not mean it's basic, okay? Again, the common misconception between pH and pOH is that they are like the same thing. But no. It's just another way to interpret acids and bases. Okay? It's like OH came along and said, why does H get all the credit? Why can't OH get some? So there we go. Okay? So we all know pH though. It's just what we tend to know. pOH is there though. Okay? So give it some love. pH is 2.6, pOH is 11.4. It's still an acid because the pH is under 7. Okay? What confuses me when people say, oh, it's an acid because it's 2.6. Oh, but it's a base because it's 11.4. No. pH is 2.6, so it is an acid. It is not a base. That's if the pH was over 7, but it's not. It's under 7. Okay? So don't... It's an acid. Fun. Okay, so last thing, what is the hydroxide ion concentration? In other words, the OH minus concentration. So there's actually two ways to do this. I'm going to move over to these ones. As you can see on the right side here, you can either take 10 and raise it to the negative pOH, which we have now. We have the pOH. Or you can do this guy. You can multiply the H plus and the OH minus together to get this tiny number. either way you'll get the same answer. I usually tend to do the one that is easier because I'm a human, and if I get the same answer both ways, I'm going to do the one that takes the least amount of effort, which for me is the blue equation there. So I'm going to take the number 10 and raise it to the negative POH. Don't multiply it by negative POH. You'll get a crazy wrong answer. Again, your calculator only does what you tell it to do. Don't get mad at the calculator. So what I want to do is write down, let's see, OH minus equals 10, raise it to the negative 11.4. So I'm going to try that. Again, you can do it any way you want in a calculator. I'm just going to take 10, caret, negative 11.4. And there we go. Please don't write the E. The E is dumb. Okay. The E is just an abbreviation for times 10 raised to the power of negative 12. Okay, it's a letter. It doesn't belong in our numerical answer there. Numeric answer. Also, don't write just 3.98 because that's wrong. It's times 10 to the negative 12. So I'm going to write, again, forget sig figs for pH calcs because it is kind of weird. Don't worry about it. If you get into AP Chem, you'll deal with pH sig figs. So 3.98 times 10 to the negative 12. And again, this is a concentration. So I'm going to add an M to the end of it because it's a molarity. Okay? If you wanted to, you could multiply this OH minus molarity and this H plus molarity. You should get that. By should, I mean you pretty much are going to get that. Okay. It's just how it works. All right. So again, this is just one example of how to do some of the pH calculation math. I know the video is on the longer side, but again, this whole class period is supposed to be 90 total minutes. So if you think about it, if you finished your acid reactions and took some time to look that over, it might take 15-20 minutes. These notes did take about 15 minutes, and then you can take some time and do some of the pH calculation homework assignment. So that is all for day 1 of e-learning. Hope it's fine. Email me if you have questions. Don't just get mad and not email. Okay, you have time. You have plenty of time. So email me if I can help out. Thank you. Goodbye.